Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So we're back in OMSI, and I thought what we'd do is we're going to check out the new bus DLC that I purchased yesterday, known as the Citybus 628C and the 628G LF. Now I'm going to play this or drive this on the default Spandau map. I'll tell you what, before we do all that, let's give you an idea of the manual. So what we've got here, so this is the PDF manual for the new bus, Citybus 628C, 628G. So you've got the standard, I think the solo bus, and the what we call the bendy buses, the articulated buses. Quite a nice manual. Got your table of contents, a word from the creator, nice images giving you various stats of the vehicles, length, width and height, the engine, transmission. I mean, you can pause all this if you want to. And I particularly like this, they've given you a list of all the versions, of which there are a lot. You've got the dashboard there, all the numbers here showing you what represents what. That's the side of the dashboard, to the left side of where the driver sits. So pretty self-explanatory. Number 34 here, this is great. This is a radio that's already tuned to, I think it was an FM radio station. But I've never known a bus driver who's working in service have the radio on. Certainly not allowed. And the most important part of all, of course, is the Ibis machine. Now, it's pretty simple, really. It is pretty simple, pretty basic. But I do have a couple of problems when trying to use this on the Berlin X10 route, which I'll try to remember and explain later. And then it tells you how to turn on the Ibis line by line. Very self-explanatory, really easy. And a bit about the ticket printer, which I'm not really set up yet for the ticket printer. I don't normally drive with the ticket printer enabled. Another PDF manual that ships with the products is what they call the set bar list. Again, more images and a menu of what does what. So again, where the air conditioning is, various types of cockpit mode that you can have, various types of display, external display there, or door operation, and the various types you can get with handrails. As you can see, this one's got single, this one's got double. You can change the lights, you can change the appearance of quite a few things. Same goes for the interior. You can even move and adjust the mirrors to your liking, which is another great feature. And yeah, so very nice manual. Okay, so that's that. Right, so turn that off and let's get back into it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to basics actually, because I haven't done this for such a long time. I'm going to drive on the Berlin Spandau. This is where it all began for me many years ago when I bought OMSI. I still enjoy driving on this map. Right, so remember, load map without buses. Always select that one. Change date and time. Well, we're going to have the current time for me at the moment. Here in the UK, the current time, current date. Now the year is most important. I'm going to choose 1992. What have we got? 3rd of December 92. That's handy. But back in 1992, it was the 3rd of December, and it was a Thursday back in 1992. Great. I'm going to keep that. Click OK. And by selecting 1992 onwards, we'll get these buses, the line 130 and the 137. Right, let's click start. Now the reason I show the setup and the menus is because I haven't seen one person that does OMSI videos show you all this from the start, and it's very helpful to people that are thinking about getting OMSI or maybe new to OMSI and have an issue with, you know, trying to set their buses up on the maps or whatever. So hopefully this might be of help. To you experienced OMSI users, obviously you don't need any of this. Right, so we're going to start from here. Ubanoff, Rue Bethlen. I probably pronounced that wrong, but we're going to start from there. Click OK. Right then, so here we are then. Let's just check by pressing Shift Y that we are in 1992. I don't think that's going to show up on the recording, but if you look in the very far top left corner in red, quite small, you'll see the day, Thursday, the day's date, the 3rd of the 12th, 1992, and the time, 11:26. Right. So, just get rid of that. The first thing we're going to do then is to pick our bus. Press the ALT button on your keyboard, brings up this menu, and select the bus icon. And then just wait for it to load and be patient. Right, this is where we select. We're going to take that new DLC, and here it is, the Citybus by Kajosoft. Now there was an update this morning, and I'm wondering if the this bus DLC got a bit of an update, because I'm sure before the update this morning this said Citybus 628C 62, what was it, the other one with the G, and then the name. It's a lot shortened. Anyway, that's the bus we want. Select it. Again, be patient. Don't click anything while it's doing this, because OMSI is very finicky. So what have we got there? Yep, I'm just going to take the top one there. The D854 628C. As we're in Spandau, should we keep the yellow sort of colour to match with the other buses there? I don't think we've got a cream coloured appearance. I don't want to look too out of place. Now, there's too many to go through, so I'm just gonna... Well, I don't even know what one it was now. I can't even find it now. I didn't memorise what appearance I had. Okay, shall we just let's be boring then, and we'll just go for whites. Make sure you've got your Spandau 1992 HOF file selected. We'll click OK. Just double check we're at Ruthblum. Click OK. And be patient. Might seem like it's not doing anything, but it is. It looks like my Omni navigation has successfully opened. And there's our bus. There's the new DLC. And I have to tell you, I love it. I haven't been on the real thing. I can't say anything about its authenticity regarding the engine sounds and everything. We leave that to the experienced people that do know more about buses than I ever will. But I like it, and that's good enough. Really, really nice modelling. Citybus logo on the front there. Yeah. Right, okay. F1. Jump inside. Press E to get your electrics going on your keyboard. Now I do have my farm simulator button box here with some buttons mapped for all the other buses and OMSI, but there's a couple of changes that this one has made, and not everything is mapped. Right, so that's doing its thing. We've got low air pressure, so we'll sort that out. Let's get the Ibis machine on, and you do that by pressing, and you'll be greeted with a nice welcome. Hello. While that's firing up and doing its thing, let's pick a route. So we want the 130. We select that 130 and 9:30, 10:30. It's Monday to Friday. We've got a weekday. 12 o'clock. If you look here, the time is 11:28. Is there one that leaves a bit before? 10, 12:10, 12:20. That's going the other way. These are from Neverlink. 11:30. No, I can't do that one. Look, it's 11:28. I'm not going to get ready in 2 minutes. I bet the bus behind me is going to do that one. So, yeah, the 11:40. We'll take that. Urusblin to Neverlink. I'm going to click OK. And we'll replace the bus that would have done that route. And if we look at the top, here we've got it. 130, Neverlink, Urusblin to Neverlink. And also what populates on this bus is this kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, a timetable. There's lots of information of the various lines here. You can look at that. Right, so we've got our route sorted. Next thing I want to do now is put it into the Ibis. And like all new buses, this is where the fun starts. Trying to learn a whole new machine. Right, so to provide the ID, see this little circle here? Press down on it. Put it down for a couple of seconds. Get that wrong number. Your PIN number by default, and it's in the manual, is 3296. Enter. It will go through various tests. Quite a few tests, which mean absolute nothing to me. And there we are. So there's the date, look. 3rd of December 1992, 11:30. We've got 10 minutes to get sorted. Now we need to get our route put in. So the first thing I want to get ready is my Ibis route, and I'm going to show you that now. Zoom in a little bit. Right, so here we are, line 130. We're going to go from Urusblin to Neverlink. But our route will be 01. And then when you come back from Neverlink, you put in 02. So 01. Okay. So hope we do this right. So you press this button here, zoom in a bit more, number 7, and you put in your route number 13000. Must always be a 5-digit number, remember that. And the 2 zeros come after the number of your bus, 130. Put that in again now, 130. If you're not quick enough, it will default back to the clock. Remember our route was 01. So press enter, then 01. And you just leave these blank. Okay, just leave that. Enter. This bit confuses me a little bit in the manual. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I just click this arrow, or you can click that one. I just put it to yes. I click enter, and there we've got it. Departure at 11:40 from Neverlink. Click enter again, and there we are, line 130. There's the time. We've got 7 minutes to go from Newbury to Neverlink. That's the IBIS setup. And when I do an X10 route, such as the 115 or the 623, I get a route not found. And I don't quite know why, even though I have put the Berlin X10 HOF files, into the vehicle of this bus. Right. Let's show you inside the bus. I haven't done that yet. Here we are then. As I said, there's lots of options to change the interior, the colours, everything. Okay, getting back inside. So we're all set there. Oh, let's check our destination board. There we are, Spandau, Neverlink, Route 130. I can't remember if that lights up once we get the lights going. Yep, there we are. We should have one on the back. It shines very brightly, unless there is a setting for that, which I haven't got around to discovering. But anyway. Let's get the engine started, shall we? Let's get the air pressure built up. Just put our foot down on the accelerator for a while. You can see the animation there of my accelerator. I'm using a Logitech G29 along with the pedal set. You can alter the steering wheel in this by pressing this little button there. You press that and then you can just drag this up and down and forwards to your liking. Right. Whoop, bit of a stutter there. Right, I never play in default weather. We've got to get some real weather on. So we're in Berlin. Let's pick the real weather. I hope it's cloudy. Oh, look at that. Look how dark it is. Lovely. Now, that's what I love to drive in. Do you know what? I wish Train Simulator by Dovetail Games and the new Train Sim World could have real weather. There's no reason why it can't. I mean, the maps are 1.1 scale, just like OMSI. And it would be so nice to be driving in, changeable weather. This is what I love about OMSI. Even after all these years, we still have access to real weather servers. As well as the great amount... Oh, it's not showing now because I've selected real weather. But as long as the great amount of default settings you can pick. Right, I'm going to press Shift Y to bring up my 2 red lines of information at the top of the screen. Just as a fail safe. Is Track IR working for me? Look now, let me enable. Right, left, up and down. Yep. just get kind of sorted now, centered. I think that'll do me. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just stop that for the moment. Right, make sure my doors work using my button box. Yeah, I've got to bind the middle doors and the rear doors on my button box. So I'll have to use those manually, using the mouse to press them. Close the doors. Right, we haven't turned the interior lights on yet, have we? Those. Now, where's the interior light? Here we are. Got the interior lights on. And this one here is your cockpit light. Right, we're almost ready to go, guys, so we better get a move on. 1:06 to go. Now, in order to get the bus to move, just like the Mercedes, let's get my track IR on. Just release the handbrake first. You put your foot on the brake. I don't know how it works for those without pedals and steering wheels. It might be a bit different on the keyboard. But for those with wheels and pedals, put your foot on the brake. Press the letter D, drive on your keyboard. Or of course just press it on the dashboard. And then we can move. The bus is pretty fast. I can feel the force feedback along the cobbled part of the road here. Wow, it's rattling like a good one. Wow, a lot of people. Right. Brakes on. I'm going to open these doors. And I'm going to open the two rears.
Hallo. 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 Hallo.
Speed things up a bit. And, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's show you where we're going, shall we? So, hope you can see that. Doesn't seem to be very central. Here we are at U Ruthblin. And we're going to go right through, basically from east to west. And we're going to travel right to the other side to Neverlink. There we are. Just a quick look at the map there to give you some idea. Go straight along there, through there, up here, come along there. Yep, so we're doing virtually the whole length of the map. Alright, enough talking. Let's get moving. Shut all the doors. Ooh, put the handbrake on. Now, I hope the developer can sort the indicator sound out, because at the moment it's non-existent. When you put the indicators on,
Krematorium Ruhleben.
you just don't hear the sound. Did you hear that? We've got the announcements working, so that's good. It's a lovely bus to drive, really is. I'm liking it a lot, and I love the dashboard. Wow, look at the weather. This must be what it looks like in Berlin right now. This is real weather. I tell you what is nice, when it actually snows in real life in Berlin, and then you'll find yourself driving in the game in the snow. I tell you, you've got to be careful with this bus because it's really fast. Yeah, I do like the dark weather. Thick, grey and cloudy. We're all nice and cosy in our warm bus. What's the temperature? 9 Celsius.
Können Sie nicht mal die Heizung anmachen?
Hat ja die Klimaanlage an.
Oh, come on, it's 50 Fahrenheit, not too bad.
Polizeidirektion 2.
Now, in case you're wondering about my little GPS map in the bottom left, it does come as a default with Bus Company Simulator add-on. I guess them lot are waiting for the... Are you waiting for the 434 behind me? I guess so. I've forgotten what I was saying. Yeah, the GPS comes as default with the
Güterbahn Ulm.
Bus Company Simulator. But what I'm using is Omni Navigation, which up until recently, well, it's not been released yet, but you could only buy it as a separate add-on from the website, PDP's website, but now it's going to be available on Steam, which I think is great news. For people that are thinking about buying it, you can just download it directly from Steam. It's listed on the Steam as, you know, a product due to be released. It hasn't given a date yet. It's really nice being back on Spandau.
Teltower Straße.
Well, that siren sounded a bit funny. Lovely bus to drive. I've noticed they don't walk down to the front doors even when I open them, so they're lazy, so I'm going to have to open these.
Das ist mir hier viel zu kalt, Herr Busfahrer. Ist eine Kälte nicht zum Aushalten.
This bus takes off like a rocket when you put your foot down.
Heidereuterstraße.
Wow, we've got a few passengers on board. Bloody hell, I'd say we were pretty packed out. I have to operate the rear two with my mouse. I haven't got those maps on my button box yet. I wonder if it'll rain.
Straße.
Stay there, Mercedes. Once again, track IR comes into its own.
Ganz schön kalt hier, oder? Hallo.
Had a serious scare moment then. I thought it wasn't going to recover. That was a long freeze, that one. quite a long bus, so you've got to watch those corners.
Hallo.
Breite Straße, Markt.
There's an ultra bank there, look. Oh, there's a bus stop there. I don't like the way the passengers are just despawning the moment they get off. I don't know if that's just because of the bus I'm driving. Well, it looks like it's going to really hammer down with rain.
U-Bahnhof Rathaus Spandau.
Hallo. Guten Tag.
Hallo.
Yeah, they... Oh, he got off alright. Some are despawning the moment they get off. Some are doing okay, though. So, this is Spandau. Rathaus Spandau. Straight across.
Galenstraße.
No one there, is there? No one wants to get off. Look at that sign there, best of the 80s. On the bus shelter. Oh, we're off again, come on.
Markener Straße.
I wish it would rain and I can check out the wipers.
Hallo.
Yep, if you want a realistic bus simulator, OMSI is the one.
Dalgoer Straße.
So looking forward to London OMSI London coming out next week. Today's Thursday, due out on the 10th of December, so next Thursday, a week to go. OMSI is going to be buzzing when that gets released. You see the GPS map that I've got now running? You wait until that day. There is going to be a hive of activity. We're going to see so many players online.
Hat die Klima?
Stop moaning. It's 10 Celsius, that's 50 Fahrenheit, that's alright. Come on.
Zeppelinstraße, Segefelder
In
Straße.
fact, at the moment, there's about 3 map DLC available on Steam, coming up for release. 2 of which are by Halcyon, and I think they're French DLC maps, if I remember correctly. See what I mean? OMSI will never die, as long as we get all this wonderful stuff. I've never understood why somebody would want to build a bus stop right on the corner like that, look. You'll never see that in the UK, never, ever do we have bus stops right on corners of junctions like this. It'd be further up the road. Wow, that is some menacing grey looking cloud.
Spekteweg.
Specterweg next. Oh. I just wish they could do a modern day Spandau map.
Merziger Straße.
That would be great, wouldn't it? We could have a modern day Spandau. Berlin Spandau. I think you can get one, can't you, in as a free mod. But I don't do free mods. I don't install those. Nothing personal against them, but I just don't get involved with that, with free mods.
Boah, ist das kalt hier.
Ja, ganz schön kalt hier.
Falkenseer Chaussee, Zeppelinstraße.
But when OMSI London comes out, I shall be driving on that straight away. My home city. For the first time, a British map. British payware map, that is.
Hier kriegt man ja was.
I tell you what, it's going to seem really strange driving on the right-hand side.
Westerwaldstraße.
I'm so used to driving, you know, on the left side of the vehicle in OMSI. It's going to seem odd being on that side, on the right-hand side. Well, I don't think we've got too far to go now. Not much traffic about. But it's midday, but everybody's at work. See, the lights are flashing. The people have pressed the button to get off. I'm sure there must be a way of using one of the many options of this bus to let automatic door opening for those centre and rear doors. Just haven't looked into it yet.
Mülheimer Straße.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen anybody else on the map. At the moment, I'm the only one on the Spandau.
am Kiesteich.
Oh, talking of other people, there comes Bob's skin on the map, look, coming in the opposite direction. Pity we can't see them, isn't it? As in proper multiplayer. But that's where he is right now, in his game. Oh, left turn. I think we're nearly finished. I think those girls there, I think they're school uniforms. Schoolgirls. Right. All the lights are on in the flats. Even though it's daytime.
Spektefeld.
Very dark and gloomy December day. I love driving in these conditions. I don't like sunny and blue sky. To me, personally, it's boring.
Paul Gerhardt Ring.
Paul Gerhardt's ring. Well, that sounds rude, doesn't it? Paul Gerhardt's ring. Look, he's not going to move down. You lazy gits, look. Seriously. The doors are open at the front.
Hier kriegt man ja Frostbeulen.
And then this lot walk to the front to get off. Kids are at school. You can hear them. Must be a school there. Yeah, can you hear them? Children playing. We're only 5 minutes late.
Im Spektefeld, Schulzentrum.
We've been taking our time. Now here's the bus stop, look. There. Now they walked up.
Hi.
Nobody wants to get off.
Hochhausweg.
This is going to be fun. You're not going to move now, are you? Go on. Let's keep the realism going as best we can, eh? Oh, it's a bumpy road. Force feedback. Oh, no one wants to get off. Right. There's a lot of flats around here.
Falkenseer Chaussee, Stadtrandstraße.
All these big blocks of flats. Those look horrible. Looks like a prison camp. That just looks horrible. I couldn't live there. Nah, I don't like them. Is that a parked car? One thing about OMSI, especially when driving at night, is cars do not have reflectors. Yeah, there's a bloody parked car right on the junction there.
Warum kommst du nicht pünktlich, du fetter Busfahrer?
Crikey, you want to come to England, mate? You'll soon have something to moan about when the buses are late then. 5 minutes late here is nothing. I worked on the buses, as I've mentioned several times before. People don't moan at you the way they do in OMSI. Might get one or two miserable people, but in the main, they don't say anything. But that's because we're British, we're more polite, we don't really say anything. We have a good moan, but we don't really say anything. Right, how far now?
Griesinger Straße, Waldkrankenhaus.
Somebody else on the map there, look. Working for a company, Bus Company Simulator. Tell by the icon. Oh, somebody wants to get on, you would. We're finished. That's it. Well, that was a nice, pleasant drive.
Griesinger Straße.
I'll tell you what, when you drive this bus at night, the dashboard lights up really nice. cracking bus to drive. I really like it. I'm very impressed with it. Here we are, Netherlands.
Nervenklinik. Endhaltestelle. Bitte aussteigen.
Last stop. And it didn't rain, despite the thick grey cloud. Right, this is where the fun starts. It's a big turnaround. And we will stop just here. The last stop. There we are. And brake on, we'll set her into neutral. Open the two doors. And there we are. Yeah, we know we're late. 6 minutes 43. But I wasn't exactly rushing. There we are, guys. That's the new bus DLC, 628C. That was a little look. No problems with it. Turn the engine off. I'll shut the doors first. Yep, very nice inside. Right, turn that indicator off. Engine off. Turn the electrics off. I'll turn the thing back on again. There we go. Shut down. Everything off. Ibis is closed. Everything off. Alright guys, there we are. There's the one behind. Alright guys, that's it for now then. See you again soon. Take care and bye for now.